This is the homework assignment for Monday, 9/12/16. It is in your math book. It's towards the back of the math book. If you're struggling to find it, it should be sticky marked. I think we sticky marked it during class. But if you're having any trouble finding Turtle Race, count back 12 pages from the back of the book and you will find it. Remember that now you should have already attempted to do your homework all the way through on your own, and you should be correcting your homework in green pen now. Oh, sorry, it doesn't have to be a green pen. I don't really care what color pen you're using, but you should be working in pen now to show me that what you're doing now is corrections or additions, things you didn't get on your own. Okay, here we go. The first question is asking you to mark points for where the two turtles, G and F, will be at 1 centimeter. Well, so this turtle G, if you look at where the 1 centimeter mark is, and I marked it with an arrow, it looks like he's about halfway between 0 seconds and 1 second. So 1 centimeter equals a half of a second. That's his pace. And turtle F, who is faster, if you look at where the 1 is, it looked to me like it was about halfway between 0 and a half. So I thought that that was 1/4. So his pace is, he does 1 centimeter in a fourth of a second. So he is faster than turtle G. The next question is asking you to on the same axis, mark points for a turtle that would be half as fast as turtle G, half as fast as turtle G. So he's actually going slower, the new turtle. So what I did really quick is I just reminded you about turtle G. Turtle G, we know, can do 1 centimeter in a half a second, which means he can do 2 centimeters in 1 second. I doubled 1 to get 2, and I doubled a half to get 1. Well, so then I jumped to 4 centimeters. 1 times 4 is 4, and 1/2 times 4 is 1. Then I jumped to 8, because you don't have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 all the way to 20. That's silly. Then I jumped to 8, and 1 times 8 is 8, and a half times 8 is 4. And then last, I jumped to 20, and 1 times 20 is 20, and 1/2 times 20 is 10. So now I have some points, I'm looking especially at these two, that I can use to plot my next line. But when I looked at the grid, I went over 4 and up 4. That's where I put my first point. But when I looked to see if I could go over 20, I realized that you can't go we're going half as fast. So we have to do half of these. So we're looking at half as fast. So 4 seconds, it's only going to be 4 centimeters. At 10 seconds, it's only going to be 10 centimeters. Well, I can't do 10, 10. It won't fit on this grid. So since I noticed that the X always matches the Y, I just picked another point that would fit on the grid, and I used 6, 6. And so over 6 and up 6. This is the line for the turtle that is half as fast as turtle G. And the last question is asking you to explain, sorry, it's not the last question, almost last. Explain how you know that that turtle is going half as fast, or how your graph shows that. Well, it shows that because if turtle G goes 8 centimeters in 4 seconds, then a slower by half turtle would go only half of that, 4 centimeters in 4 seconds. And that's what I did on this graph. I went over 4, up 4, and over 6, up 6, because he keeps doing half the centimeters that the turtle G would do. And the last question says, write an equation for this slower turtle, the one that's slower than turtle G. And so I'm just showing you that if this is centimeters right here, and this is seconds right here, you could actually make a table. And these are the points that I plotted in my table at 4 seconds, he'd only do 4 centimeters because he's slower than G, who does 8 here. And at 6 seconds, he's going to do 6 centimeters and 10, 10. Well, remember we said that a table is proportional if you can divide the y by the x and get the same number every time. Well, this is proportional. 4 divided by 4 is 1, 6 divided by 6 is 1, 10 divided by 10 is 1. Therefore, this table is proportional, and the constant of proportionality, also called the constant rate, also called the unit rate, is 1, and that always goes right in front of the x. And so I am done with the homework now. I've done 1 through 4, and it took less than 6 minutes. Have a great night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow morning.